Lamau. Lol even. See, now peons looked at leaks and took them with 100% certainty, expecting a free 5-star in Chacona being free. Well, that didn't happen.
What did you learn?
All I gotta say is this. This is why I don't want to discuss nor mention leaks on things, false impressions, and false enthusiasm for a future that quickly becomes bleak if the future isn't true. You set yourself up for that one, now you gotta wallow in the wave of unmet expectations. Speaking of expectations though, the 2.3 patch is looking about as what I expected it to be overall. Zani, Chacona, and Calcaro? What is this big Carlotta doing here? I bet he has ties to Zani's past or something, so that's unexpected and exciting, at least for me.
Are you sure?
But we're also getting a chunk of pulls, quite a few events, and rerun events allowing people to get missed Phantom Echoes as well as weapons. Add on a collab with Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is not my first choice, but neat nonetheless, as well as new skins and teases at the end, potentially setting up for more Cartathea in 2.4. I'm personally neutrally content, leaning a smidge more on there being more to be left desired, and I'll explain why. As a side note too, I appreciate Kuro for pretty consistently giving attention to the artists in this space, and I will never not thank them for that. The thing that's making me say more to be desired is because of the excess banners they're doing, and the absence of 100% rate ups. Hell, it doesn't even need to be that. If they did a halved pity, or an increase to 80-20 even, or something else, then it would be better. But this is literally just 10 banners as it is, on top of the new characters, and to me that's kinda lame. I will say though, I don't agree that putting all the banners is somehow money grabbing or being greedy or whatever. Literally, they're just options that you would otherwise have to wait for. You're literally the one in control of how you spend your currencies or money, so don't be irresponsible with your money and then blame Kuro because you willingly gave it to them. It's not like all of these characters are needed, and it's not like they don't come back. I would say though to wait a bit because we may be teased on what's upcoming in 2.4. So again, I say don't feel uber rushed and try to at least semi-plan out what you want to do. It feels to me though that this is great for new players catching up, but the ratio of scene rewards and the banners just don't match up well. Like, this is kind of feeling to be a bit of a bait catch-up before dropping a next must-have kind of character. I think a problem I'm seeing is that this looks to best benefit new players when the anniversary should, at least to a somewhat bigger margin, be celebrating the game and the veteran players who have stuck with it for a year now, in my opinion. Again, I'm happy they're making ways for new players to get in, but I think the veteran players shouldn't be discounted, and anniversary times should be the celebrations of their support for allotting both time and money into a game when they could have been playing any other game or doing something else entirely. Now, something I did notice was that they were really trying to fake us out and pulled the player-friendly card a handful of times.
不错，这才全面啦。
That it was noticeable. My copium self says they may secretly send us more via the mail, and that will most likely be taken as an apology for not meeting the expectations if backlash is really bad. We'll have to see, but they seem really poised on an infomercial style "there's more" kind of thing. But generally speaking, at least from what we saw in the live stream, it all overall looked like just another patch with some anniversary stuff thrown in to put a cherry on top. And hey, who knows, maybe people are hella overreacting and the upcoming events offset pulls way more than we think. But generally speaking, I'm feeling a bit lukewarm on anniversary stuff personally, and if anything, I'm most excited for the stuff that's not even specific to the anniversary. Like, I want to know why Calcaro is there, test out the new quality of life things, and know about the exiled artist with Chacona. I expect some interesting takes. All I ask is that you try to be respectfully reasonable with people who give their take on this.
You're fucking idiot.
I see why some people are bummed because it is a first year and it has been rocky. It's not as if Kuro has sat on their asses though. They have been showing us quality they put into the game with quick fixes, optimization, and the ever-climbing quality on top of some generous spouts throughout the year. You can get most of the standard roster rather quickly for free, and Shang Liao was probably one of the most generous gifts during the Mid-Autumn Festival. But it does bring into question, when should Kuro be generous? Like, should they not have given us Shang Liao for the Mid-Autumn Festival and instead given us that now? I'm gonna wait until the time comes, but again, I'm feeling lukewarm.